Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where I break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. And today we're doing Manchester City against Manchester United. Now, I know I'm a little bit late on this. I actually went down the pub to watch a bit of this. One of the things of doing YouTube videos and stuff is generally I don't really get to go and watch a game and sort of relax and see what other people's opinions are, because normally I'm recording straight away. And I had to give it a little day or two as well because of the copyright strikes. They try to hit you immediately as soon as the highlights come out. So today I'm using my over 20 plus years coaching experience and trying to give you some sort of insight, a better understanding of the game of football. Maybe you want to become a better coach, better player, or maybe just understand a little bit more about what's going on the field. Right now, what's just happened is Onana's smashed the ball down the field, bosh, and here we go. We've got a little bit of a tussle, 1v1 here, as Bruno Fernandes holds up the ball. Now, I didn't play the first part of it because I really want to show you this is where the play sort of develops, because they play a high line and they break the offside trap and now they're running in. But this is where everything seems to get interesting here. Now, Man City aren't exactly great at defending. People go, yeah, but Cash, look at their defense. No, they're not. If you look at their defensive record, they conceded, I think, more goals this season than they did previously. And a lot of that is because they have so much of the ball. They don't generally have to defend that much because they've always got 60% of the ball. So they do tend to make a lot of little silly mistakes. And this isn't a silly mistake, but I just want to show you how they get pulled apart quite easily here. So let's just move this on a little. And this is the run I want to show you here. This is the reason all the space happens, is because this guy makes a forward run, trying to get people into the box. Like, he doesn't know what to do. This is what we call a bad football player. Right now, he needs to be running in. Look, if he runs in, dosh, he gets the ball here. Look, can you see he's dropping off and coming short? That means he's got no confidence whatsoever. He needs to be busting a gut to get inside the box. And that's why you can tell, look, he's not going to make it. At this level, if he's not doing that already at his age, he's never going to do it. He's always going to be coming short, and it's not good enough. You can see, I think this is Nathan Ake, probably not, trying to get back in defending, trying to get in and cover this gap, because he spots that this space here is the danger. So he's trying to get back in as much as he can. Let's just move this forward. Bosh, do you see him stopping, right? When he stops like that, this is the problem if you're trying to, stop short. If they pass the ball to him, he stood still. So people go, oh, you've got to come towards the ball. Well, he can't, because he's waiting for the ball to get to him. If he starts coming towards it, he won't be able to get his strike off properly. So he puts himself in a situation where he cannot strike the ball, which, if he carried on his run, yeah, he might have been offside, but he also might have pulled this guy with him a little bit more. And that's why I'm talking about this run here, because this is Rodri, and he spots the danger, which is exactly what he's supposed to do, and track this run. Watch as he tracks this run. See, he goes to track the run, and then he realises it's too deep, and I've got to defend with my mate here. Perfect. This is the difference in like a world-class centre midfielder and just a rubbish one. Right? The rubbish one would have carried on with the run, stood over here and gone and marking my player, where he's come short and trying to double up on the ball here. Brilliant. Unfortunately, it's come to Rashford, who, I don't care what anyone says, he's a terrible footballer. And listen to the words I am saying. He cannot play football. What he can do, he's got a lot of pace, he can run a bit, and what he can do is kick a bit. He can strike a mean ball. If you ask him to play 1-2s, link up play, bring his teammates into the play, develop play, he cannot do it. That's why the age at 26 years old, he isn't scoring any goals. Oh, look, he had a good season last season. Doesn't matter. That's because everyone was pushing on United and they played counter-attacking football, and that's what plays to his strength. That's counter-attacking football at its finest. Someone's holding the ball up for him. He's running onto it and kicking it. Is he good at doing that? Brilliant. If you're playing someone like Rashford on your team, you set him up to win by having it so he can run onto the ball and kick it, because that's pretty much all he is good at doing. But when he does do it, he does it really well. So look, you can see the spaces now has opened up from that run. There's Paul Rodri, who would normally be here, and now he gets to come on and smash the ball and have a strike goal. Bosh. Now, the quality of his strike here, and you can tell why it's the quality of his strike, is because of the movement of the ball, right? If there's not much spin on the ball and the ball's almost flat flying, you can tell it's a quality strike. As this ball spins, I know it's slow-mo, so it's not, so it's even slower, but watch, there's hardly any spin on the ball as it's going in. You can't really see it spinning and turning very fast at all. That means it's just a quality, clean strike, and he gets himself a goal, which is exactly what United needed to do, trying to get a goal and then trying to hold on. Okay, so everyone's rating about Phil Foden, blah, 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 blah. Is he a good player? Yes, he's a good player, blah. But this is why he's not quite good enough yet, and his level of understanding. Right, so he's left-footed. He's coming on his left foot. So where does he want to put the ball? He wants to put the ball this way and get a strike strike on past the defender this way. Watch what he ends up doing. He ends up, okay, does Onana play good? No, not really. What happens is Foden messes up so much, it makes Onana's job easy. And that's what Onana's doing. The other thing Onana does is what I like goalkeepers doing is staying up. Don't go down. Stand up. Let the guy beat you. So as he, watch this touch. Boof. Do you see that touch? It takes him so far wide over here. Now he's got to try to hit it with his right foot, and he's unbalanced, and it's a complete and utter mess. Honestly, he would be better off with that first touch, driving harder at the keeper and then trying to put it past the keeper that way and keeping on Foden's stronger foot. But when he pushes it over here to his weaker foot, he gives himself no opportunity at all to really get any purchase on the ball. And Onana just stands there and says, "What are you doing, mate? That was stupid." That comes down to a poor first touch. More importantly, a lack of understanding of the situation. Now, some of that lack of understanding comes because he's not a striker. He's a midfielder. And genuinely, he doesn't really get into 1v1 situations with the keeper. So he's probably not prolific as somebody like an Erling Haaland or anyone that's actually good up front. Let's get on to the goal. This also goes to show exactly why Marcus Rashford is terrible at the football. All right, he's cost his team the game. And you go, oh, but what do you mean, Cash? Right, because they've got a 1-0 advantage. He scored the goal. United are holding out, and they need everyone behind the ball doing what they're doing, waiting for the next opportunity. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Marcus Rashford is on the floor over here crying because he wants a free kick. And that's where he should be. And if he was where he was supposed to be, what his coach asked him to do, this ball wouldn't have been easy to pass in, bosh, as that. Oh, look. And that does all the good work he's done from the strike. Remember what I told you, he's rubbish at football. He can just run a bit and kick a bit. I would never personally have him in my team because that is not good enough. So what ends up happening here is now you've got Lindelof has to come up and deal with this instead of his winger covering for him. Okay? And I'll get into a little bit of why you want your winger to cover for you against Man City and what they do, pulling the left and right backs out in a second. Okay, so as Foden steps forward here, let's just move this. Now, Lindelof's getting pulled out of position. Somebody else is getting pulled out of position. But more important, I want you to watch Lindelof's body shape. Right, there's his shoulders. That's the way he's facing. Can we see that? Watch how he tries to make this tackle. What he needs to do now is track and try to make the tackle with his right foot over here and block him. Now, again, remember when I told you about good midfielders and bad midfielders? This run here has pulled him away. Watch what he does. Does he track the runner? Or does he do what he's supposed to do and come towards the ball? Just like Rodri did when he got on the other end. He got there. As soon as he got to the ball, he knows that's the priority. He stopped and marked the ball. Watch what happens. He leaps the ball completely. That's the difference of what I'm saying about a quality midfielder and one who doesn't have a clue. All he has to do is step towards the ball. But now look at this guy's body shape. He's been done a little bit by Foden, but not really because Foden, he's quick, but this guy's got longer legs. And it's longer legs, yeah, because it's a shorter distance, right? And as he goes to challenge for him, oh, I completely boomed that right. As he's gone to challenge for him, look at what he's doing. His back is facing Foden. And the reason why that's important is because the extra stretch he could get in if he keeps running the way he's running, okay, that means he can use this foot to get around and block the ball. And he doesn't. He uses this foot and comes around. That's an extra step he's taken. And he's a step behind. So he's taken an extra step to mess it up, basically. Watch. Dosh, dosh, dosh. He's lunging in because he should have been going around with the other foot, but he didn't understand that and his run was incorrect. He should have made a little bit better of a curved run. Instead of running this way, he should have been running that way, and this guy should have also been pressuring the ball, and then Foden just scored a wonder goal. Honestly, I think the keeper should have done a bit better there. He's rooted to the ground, but maybe he wasn't expecting it. Honestly, I don't care. He should do better. That should be a little bit easier for him, you know. If he's supposed to be at the level of the goalkeeper that everyone says he is. If he's rubbish, fine, goal. But if he's supposed to be this brilliant goalkeeper up there with Edison and Allison and all these other great goalkeepers, he needs to be getting something on that, and he doesn't. Okay, so here we are, and this is the shape and system I'm going to try to show you about. Yes, and I know an awful lot about Manchester City and how they coach and what they do. Yeah, we won't get into that because every time I do, my video gets copyright striked. Thank you, Premier League and Man City. So, out here, what they're trying to do is pull the left or the right back. Here he is, out of shape. Right, because they want to create space in these half spaces here. So City's first objective is done exactly what they want. They've got someone to come out over here. Right, that's perfect. Now can we do step 2? So step 2 is we've pulled him out. Okay, watch that. We've pulled him out. Brilliant. Step 2 is can he come in and exploit the space there? Right, and the reason we want him to exploit the space is because we want to pull him out because this is the real space that we want to try to exploit. So we slowly pulled one out. Great. We're going to go into the space that he's left. We're going to ping that into him here. Bonk. Great. And pull out another Man United player. Can we do that? Ball goes in. Bosh. Yep, and all of a sudden everyone gets pulled out, right? And of course, as the ball goes there, he gets pulled out. Again, look at how bad his body shape is. His shoulders are here, and he is facing this way, right? Can you see the ball? Yes, but he's got no clue about what's going on behind him. This guy is running away. Nobody is covering the space in behind him. It should be this guy, but he's not. He's facing this way, running away from goal. Whoever this is, at least his body shape is half decent. It's not great. He should be a little bit further around, about, I don't know, probably about there. Yeah, so we can see this guy coming in a little bit more. But look, there we go. This guy here needs to be coming and tracking into that space. This is that Man Utd that everyone raves about. He's not that good, because if he is, he's already spotting this, because he's seeing the run here. Remember, he's played the ball in, and he's just going to get it back. As well, if you watch this Man Utd character runs away from the ball. He sees the ball there, and he has no interest in going towards it. Watch this. He just starts carrying on. Look at the jogging. He's running away from it. Absolutely nowhere near the guy. Completely there. I mean, that's just absolute shocking. Don't know what you're doing, I don't know what you're doing, but he's passed the ball, run up, received the ball inside the box in that space that you could all see what's happening. 1 gets pulled out, 2 gets pulled out, 3 we play it into the space, and then we have a finish. Now, we're not always looking for a finish here. Normally what City would be doing is trying to cut the ball back here to the 18-yard, sorry, to the penalty spot and have a tap in. Haaland knows that. That's why he's still there. But when he takes his shot, this keeper has to be saving this ball. It is absolutely terrible that he lets this go in. Dosh. That is too easy. He has to get a hand to that. The angle's narrow. That is just, I don't know. He's got to do better. Yeah, they've all got to do better, to be honest. And now the heads have gone down, and anything can happen next. Everything about this is wrong, right? This is, you can tell that the level of how poor Man United are being coached right now. The ball comes out to here, okay? You've got 3 players here, and 1 is cutting you off. You have to go to him and get rid of the ball. You just have to. That is the only option you have, right? Anything else is going to make sure that you get in serious trouble. You're playing Man City. No offence, Yeovil Town, but you're not playing Yeovil Town. You're playing someone decent. And you know if any slight mistake you give, they're going to punish you for it. This guy hits this little dink pass. Look at that. That is shocking. Why that's shocking is because you now have to control it, bring it down, and then pass it. So control, bring it down, and pass it. Can you control it and bring it down with the first touch? Yeah, maybe, but you've got to run to it because this guy was waiting for the pass in the first place, and his job was to cut it off. So you've basically put a hospital ball to this guy here. So, not really a hospital ball because you're not allowed to challenge anymore, but a ball where his chances are going to lose because you played a stupid thing over here instead of playing it and getting rid of it. So look, when he takes his first touch ball, he can't not really control it. Now he needs to get rid of it. He needs to get a shout, and the only really safe place for him to go is to there. That's it. He could go into here, but they're waiting for it. They're all waiting for it. Like they've created a dynamic pressure pocket right here, ready to squeeze the play, ready to have the ball. You can see the 4 against the 2. They've got the 2 in the middle. They're going to squeeze them out. You've got to just turn and get rid of the ball, but you really can't because you're under too much pressure. And the bouncing ball, you didn't really have contact of it, and now you've just been mugged right there in the middle of the field. And, well, it was only 2-1. Could you have got a goal in the last little bits? Yeah, maybe, but you've just blown it because you're doing something stupid at the back where you don't have the players for it, you don't have the understanding for it, and you sure as not don't have the technical ability to be trying to do what you're doing. So what happens next? Gets the ball, knocks it into Haaland, and Haaland just whaps it straight into the back of the net box. And this is what I was talking about, the quality of the finish earlier with Foden, and here's the difference. Haaland just takes a little bit of touch, dosh, boof, gone, yeah, thank you very much, off he goes. All from United playing themselves into trouble. And it all starts as well, and this is what's going on, is from Rashford's goal, great, well done, but not coming back and being on the ground for the first goal. The second goal not tracking back. Did City score those? Yeah, kind of. But United have not helped themselves. They've basically made it easy for City to do. If they were just a little bit more switched on and they're playing a little bit better, that result could have been a lot different. Other than that, I'll see you next time on Cash Yells at Footballers.